Pray with me, please. Our God, we thank you for this day, for its beauty, for the feeling of completion, of achieving, for the sense of newness which lies ahead for those who have gathered today. We thank you for life, for health, for the sustaining power of family, of friends, of teachers, of colleagues. We thank you for the gift of hard work and the opportunity to prepare and fulfill the sense of calling upon our lives as we live and move in this world as musicians. We thank you for these students and the opportunities that we, as a faculty, have been given to teach and to mentor these past few years. We are grateful that our paths have been shared for this time, for the gift of the journey and the opportunity to shape and be shaped. We thank you for these parents and other family members who have supported and sacrificed and worked to provide this time of education and musical development. We thank you for this university, for her many alumni and donors, and how this academic community over the decades has transformed the lives of both the student as well as the faculty and members of the staff. So as we gather at this time, we gather as a thankful people, and we gather to celebrate the accomplishment of these graduates, and we gather with the understanding that you alone are the source of all knowledge and goodness. And we ask that you grant to us your wisdom as we move beyond this day into the many days ahead. And it is in your great name that we gather and pray. And amen. You may be seated.
Well, I want to welcome each of you to this special day for the Townsend School of Music at Mercer University. Today, we honor our seniors and graduate students who are finishing their careers at Mercer and moving to the next chapter of life. To the parents and grandparents, aunts, uncles, and friends who are gathered here today, I want to say a special thank you for giving us the privilege of teaching your loved ones. They have been inquisitive, analytical, inquiring, and sometimes challenging, as well as inspirational, engaging, and stimulating. They have helped each of us to become better teachers as this committed and dedicated faculty have sought to find ways to help each student realize and maximize their potential academically and as performers. Each has certainly carved their name on our hearts and etched a legacy into our minds. We also realize that they have not done this alone. You have encouraged, reassured, supported, assisted, cajoled, coaxed, threatened, and even begged them to reach this point. So thank you to the parents and grandparents, family and friends for your part in this great accomplishment. If you are a parent or a family member or a friend of one of our graduates, would you please stand to be recognized today? And to this faculty sitting before you, thank you for the investment you have made to these students. In education, there's a tendency to focus on physical, institutional learning environments such as classrooms, recital halls, computer and keyboard labs. However, the core of educational environments are the teachers. Teachers who create a sense of community, teachers who are enthusiastic and caring, teachers who are accessible, teachers who set high expectations, teachers who mentor their students in music as well as in life, and teachers who are constantly searching for keys that unlock the subject matter for a clear understanding for students. I am proud of those seated on the stage who have linked arms with you, counseled you, pushed you, and held you. So thank you, faculty, for a job well done. And finally, to each of our graduates, I would like to say thank you for allowing us to intersect with your lives. It has been a privilege for us to have had the opportunity to have you in our classes and to see the growth and potential that you will bring to the world that deserves something good in it. As you leave here, each of you have the responsibility to continue the growth in your understanding of how music can make a difference in the world as you become a lifelong learner. Mahatma Gandhi, the leader of the movement for independence of India, said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live forever." We wish all of the best for your future endeavors, and congratulations to our graduates. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Todd Smith. Mr. Smith is a double bear of Mercer University, earning a Bachelor of Business Administration in 1993 and a Master's of Business Administration degree in 1997. Mr. Smith serves as the Associate Vice President for University Advancement and Executive Director of the Mercer Alumni Association. He is here today to speak to our graduates about their relationship to Mercer University and the Townsend School of Music in the years ahead. Mr. Smith?
Good afternoon. Thank you to everyone for being here. It is my distinct pleasure to extend a warm welcome and congratulations to all the 2026 graduates of the Townsend School of Music. As Dr. Gerber said, I'm the head of the Mercer University Alumni Association and a proud double bear. What he didn't say is that I met my wife, Mary Kay McPherson, at the time at Mercer, and she is very proud of her BA in music. Through Mary Kay and her friends, I saw firsthand the rigor and time invested in earning a music degree. Today marks a significant milestone in your journey. Your dedication, hard work, and passion for music have brought you to this momentous occasion, and we couldn't be prouder of your achievements. You've honed your skills, tackled challenges, and embraced the transformative power of music. As you transition from students to alumni, remember that your connection to Mercer, and specifically the Townsend School of Music, doesn't end here. It's just the beginning of a lifelong relationship. Our Alumni Association is a vibrant community of individuals who share a common bond, a love for our alma mater, and a commitment to support one another. We've provided Mercer lapel pins in your gift bags to wear proudly and proclaim you are a Mercerian. In joining the Alumni Association, you gain access to a network of fellow graduates who are leaders in their fields, mentors eager to share their knowledge, and friends who understand the unique journey you've embarked upon. Whether you're pursuing a career in performance, education, production, or any other facet of the music industry, know that you have a support system here to guide you along the way. Your talents have already begun to shape the world around you, and now as alumni, you have the opportunity to make an even greater impact. Embrace every opportunity that comes your way, stay connected with your fellow graduates, and never forget the lessons you've learned and the memories you've made at Mercer. As you step into this new chapter of your lives, know that you carry with you the legacy of Mercer. You are not only ambassadors of the School of Music, but also ambassadors of the institution. And we have every confidence that you will continue to inspire, innovate, and lead with excellence. Finally, be sure to remember the importance of giving back your time, your talents, your resources to your alma mater, and referring students to Mercer. Congratulations, graduates, and welcome to the Mercer University Alumni Association. We look forward to celebrating your successes and supporting you in all your future endeavors. Together we roar.
It's my pleasure and honor to introduce our keynote speaker for today, Dr. Rob Samowski. Dr. Samowski is Associate Professor of Special Education at Georgia College and State University. He received his Bachelor of Arts degree from Mercer University and a Master's in Education and a Master's in Special Education from Georgia College and State University and a Doctor of Education from the University of Georgia. Dr. Samowski loves Mercer and is one of our biggest supporters. When not teaching, he's usually in a recording session at Capricorn or playing percussion for various events in the Macon and the central Georgia area. We are pleased that he has returned today to give a special message to our graduates. Please help me welcome Dr. Rob Samowski.
Hydration. Doctors Gerber, Roberts, Kosowski, Myrick, distinguished faculty, guests, parents, and most important, graduates of the Townsend School of Music's class of 2026. I'm honored to have been invited to speak with you today. Good afternoon. Though it's been said that one cannot go home again, that phrase has never applied to the Townsend School of Music, where returning home means being welcomed with open arms, and it's good to be home. I performed my senior recital in Newton Chapel in May of 1989. My faculty advisor for those 4 years was a 30-something, eccentric, chain-smoking pianist with an afro named Ian Altman. As you know, Dr. Altman was a true individual who influenced thousands of students and has left an indelible mark on Townsend. In the 1980s, Mercer music majors attended classes in Ware Music Hall, which was near Connell Student Center. University bands were based in the Newton basement across the street. And when it rained for extended periods, it flooded so severely that we had to move the percussion instruments to higher ground. It's true. While the settings and faces have changed over time, Mercer music is still Mercer music. Its goal is to evoke within you, its students, the highest attainable levels of musicianship, pedagogy, character, is as strong today as it was in years past. Is developing musicians searching for our musical voices. Music majors of the 1980s took our studies pretty seriously. Still being artistic types, we possessed independent spirits with an occasional streak of rebellion. Today, this is called being passive-aggressive. Ware Music Hall had none of the luster of this McCorkle or the McDuffie facility down the road. The place was clearly low rent. It had not been renovated since at least the 1950s, and Stanley and Marie can attest to this because we were all there at the same time. Sometime in the 1960s, somebody installed these 2-foot-tall, bronze-colored plastic resin busts of the great composers. They mounted them to pedestals throughout the building. Okay? Once one of us discovered that those pedestals and that those busts were not permanently affixed to the pedestals, the challenge was on. Late one evening, temptation got the best of me, and I liberated Johann Sebastian Bach from his perch. That evening, the famed composer took residency on the windowsill in my dorm room on the second floor of Sherwood Hall. Johann became our dorm mascot. This arrangement worked very well for both Bach and me for a couple of weeks. Then someone took it upon themselves to inform theory professor Richard B. Nelson about the composer's new digs.
Apparently, Dr. Nelson was none too pleased that Bach now sported an Atlanta Braves hat and Ray-Bans. But I think what troubled him the most was that the statue had taken up smoking. I figured a guy who had been dead 230 years probably deserved a smoke break. Okay? Still, the idea of Bach with a Marlboro light dangling from his lips just was a little more than Richard B. Nelson could handle. So one day, Dr. Nelson asked to see me after class. Oh, boy. You know, I knew it was my D again, right? Looking simultaneously annoyed and somewhat amused, he told me that he understood that I had in my possession something that rightfully belonged in Ware Music Hall, and that he expected to see it in its proper place by the end of the day. You have never seen a guy hightail it to and from Sherwood Hall at quite the speed it took for me to return the contraband composer. While at Mercer, I had the privilege of manning the drum kit and the jazz ensemble for 4 years, and we sometimes added a conga player. One spring break, the jazz ensemble and Mercer singers did a joint tour of Mexico. We had 5 great gigs at some really fine facilities throughout that country. Upon arrival at our Grand Hotel in Mexico City, we learned that the college had rented an extra hotel room in which to store our gear. An 18-piece jazz band has a lot of gear. Jazz director Benny Ferguson gave me the room key in case we needed access or to practice. Then he left. That's when conga player Colin Blakely opened the refrigerator. Dude. Inside we discovered cerveza, cigarette snacks, little bottles of distilled liquid spirits. I asked Colin, "Hey man, you think this stuff is like free?" And he replied, "Of course it's free. When you rent the room, you get everything in it. Kind of like those soaps and lotions they give you to take home." That made sense to me. I can't tell you exactly what happened in Mexico City that evening, but I'm pretty sure it was legendary. All I do remember is that the next morning when we went downstairs to board the bus, we got off the elevator to what sounded like a madman screaming in the grand lobby. Turns out it was Benny Ferguson, and he was hot. Apparently, housekeeping had inventoried that refrigerator. All I remember was Benny slamming his fist on the front desk, saying, "What do you mean? I owe you 40,000 pesos?" We got in trouble. We got on that bus faster than a Mercer kid with a stolen statue. I gotta tell you. As each of you graduates know, a degree in music is earned through 1,000 hours of sweat, rehearsals, development of technique, and an understanding of harmonic structure. There are just no shortcuts. The rigor the class of 2026 has experienced has been substantial. You've navigated an exacting curriculum demanding excellence at every bend in the road. You've put in hours of unseen rehearsal. You've felt the joy of completely nailing a musical passage you have worked months to perfect. Many of you have played Carnegie Hall. As you know, music is a gift. Music paints what would otherwise be a mundane black and white world with splashes of brilliant color. It breathes life into that which once was dormant and unimaginative. Music reminds us that despite the confusions, the challenges, and the discord of the world around us, the world is actually a beautiful place if we choose to see it and if we choose to hear it. Imagine a world without the beauty of experiences like this. That magical reawakening of nature that Copeland painted across Appalachian Spring, where one can almost smell and taste the opening of the flowers, the scattering of the fauna, and the bubbling of brooks and streams? What about the glory and triumph of Handel's Messiah on a crisp December evening? The plaintive wail of John Coltrane's Alabama? The haunting pain behind Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit? Or Nina Simone's poignant rendition of Sunday in Savannah, just hours after learning of the death of her dear friend, Dr. Martin Luther King? There are other beautiful musical moments. How about the impassioned messages of revolution woven throughout Les Miserables? The tenderness of a piece like Stanley Meyer's Cavatina, played on a lone guitar, or the quirky bounce of Debussy's Gollywog's Cakewalk. Do you remember the moment you caught your breath when you first heard the main theme of Fauré's Pavane? Folks, this is what you and I get to do. Not only to understand and to play these pieces, but then to be able to share them in a celebration of the beauty of the human experience. Not a bad way to spend a career, is it? As great as your Mercer experiences have been, your adventures, your life, and your career really are just beginning. Let's talk about that career. Some people will never understand why you chose this field, and that's okay. They don't have to. I think you've chosen wisely. Still, music can be a fickle mistress. Because it originates from our inner beings, creativity cannot be turned off. There is no knob on the faucet. As a result, creating music can be both a blessing and a curse. Harry Chapin wrote, "Music has been my oldest friend and my fiercest foe." This fate is part of the package that you and I ordered the moment that we adopted music as our lifelong muse. When frustrated, find communion among the musicians in your inner circle. The Taoists have long told us that there's no such thing as a problem that does not hold a gift for you in its hands. And music is a gift. Sometimes a painful gift, but always a gift. We get better when we play at the edge of our ability. So play with everyone you can. If you look around the room and you're the best player there, it's time to find a new circle of musicians. Take chances. Seek out opportunities to perform, even when the act of introducing yourself is uncomfortable. On Earth Day 1990, my Mercer buddy Leighton Moore asked me to accompany him on congas for an acoustic set at a festival in Central City Park. After we finished, next on the bill was respected Atlanta singer-songwriter Caroline Aiken. All I knew about Caroline was that Bonnie Raitt had played on her album. My local mentor, J-Mo, from the Allman Brothers Band, had been her drummer, and she helped Indigo Girls score some of their first gigs on the Atlanta scene. After going back and forth about wondering whether I should offer to sit in, I took a deep breath and I hollered across the stage as she was tuning up her guitar, "Hey Caroline, would you like some congas on your set?" She just heard me play, and I guess I sounded fairly competent, okay? Because she yelled, "Sure, buddy, come on, bring your drums with you." Playing that set with her felt like the most natural thing in the world. Caroline felt it too. And I left Central City with a list of her next few weeks' gigs in my shirt pocket, without really having to pay dues. At 22 years old, I wrote her coattails straight to the A-list of the Atlanta acoustic scene. And since there were so few percussionists there, I got most of the gigs whenever other artists needed percussion, either on stage or in the recording studio. This was a circle of songwriters that included Indigo Girls, Sean Mullins, Billy Pilgrim, Christian Bush, Jennifer Nettles, and Kevin Kinney. And I had the good fortune of playing with or recording with all of them. Later on, I had a dinner with a young, hungry songwriter from Berkeley and Boston named John Mayer. And I ended up playing on an album alongside Elton John. In the 36 years since, my phone hasn't stopped ringing, a fact for which I'm humble and grateful. The point here has nothing to do with me or these folks. The point is that all of these experiences began with one awkward, angst-ridden offer to sit in with an artist at Central City Park in Macon, Georgia. I often wonder what my career might have looked like had I not taken that one chance. One uncomfortable ask can change everything. Did for me. Walking out on a limb, folks, is scary, but that's where the fruit is. And if you don't advocate for yourself, who will? So I encourage you, roll the dice. Audition for positions in choirs and churches and orchestras that you think you have no chance of winning. If you sit on your hands waiting to be noticed, there you will sit 50 years from now. So speak up. Tactfully interject yourselves into situations with musicians better than you. Also, give yourself permission to have two simultaneous careers. I learned, and had to learn due to hunger, that it was not beneath me. It was not beneath me to have a day job, right? So I became a teacher, an administrator, and a college professor in a completely different field. At the same time, I made 70 records, backing Grammy-nominated and platinum-selling artists. I played on my first Rolling Stone magazine top 25 album and headlined the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville in my 50s. In music, everything is possible, and I'm living proof. Here are a few suggestions. Never play an engagement without first agreeing to your compensation. Notice who's laughing. Okay. All right. It's an uncomfortable topic, and you usually have to bring that one up first. Okay? Protect your good name. Your reputation is all you have. Remember that the most important part of your body is not your hands, your diaphragm, or your embouchure. It is your ears. Use the same ears that make you a good musician on stage to listen to the lessons that veteran musicians share with you off stage. I've honestly never learned a darn thing with my mouth open. Join as many circles of players as you can. Embrace change, folks, because it's coming. Accept change with grace rather than kicking and screaming your way through life. Build relationships with everybody. Be above no one. Success really does begin with who you know, not what you know. Our parents were really right about that one. Okay? And most importantly, graduates, be original. Be original. Remember that you don't have to be anybody other than who you are. There is no external validation on the planet that can make you more valuable than you are right now, today. And there is no amount of criticism that can diminish or take away your worth, your value, or your meaning. The greatest night of music that I have ever experienced did not involve me playing a single note. On March 21st, 1991, Ray Charles was booked to play the City Auditorium for one of the first Cherry Blossom concerts. On the day of the show, I leaned out of my third-floor window at the corner of Cherry and 2nd Streets. Fatty's Pizza is downstairs now. Okay, that top round turreted window, that was my bedroom. I leaned out of that window, looked down the street toward the city auditorium at the people flocking toward the concert. It had been too late to get tickets, and the show was completely sold out. Sitting in my room, kicking myself for missing this opportunity, I looked up at the tuxedo hanging from my closet door from the Macon Symphony shows I had played the week before. Then I had an idea. It was a ridiculous long shot, but I had to try. I threw on my tux, tucked some sheet music and drumsticks underneath my arm, and despite being a bundle of nerves, I walked down the block and toward the backstage entrance. Because I was scared to death, all I could think of to do was just act like I owned the place. Upon my arrival, a burly security guard stepped between me and the door. He grasped the handle, opened it wide, and said, "Here you go, sir." I nodded a very professional, "Thank you." Walked past him and started blending in with the hired orchestra players milling around backstage, tuning up and making their way to the stage. Just as the house lights dimmed, I set up a metal folding chair in the wings. Over the next hour and a half, I watched Brother Ray play the finest show I've ever seen from 15 feet away. See, you have to try. What you seek is not going to just happen. You've got to make it happen. Stay humble, yes. But walk into every setting believing that you belong there, because, graduates, you do belong there. You're already good enough. A guy named Ken Meadham taught me that. Just walk in like you own the place. As you go forth from Mercer, I encourage you to play at the edge of your ability, take chances, and be an original. You have prepared and matriculated from a first-rate conservatory. You have very much earned your degrees. Graduation tomorrow will be the last time in your lives that all of you are together in the same place at the same time. So savor it. Remember your Townsend roots. This is the place from where you came. You are Mercer Music, and those who came before you could not be prouder of your work and achievements. Godspeed to the class of 2026.
So Dr. Samowski, I'm glad our legal department was not here to hear part of that speech. But I would have you know that some of the ones sitting in front here have done similar things that have not made the dean very happy over the last 4 years. But we will not name names, will we? Ted Babbitt. Okay. And now, I would like to call to the podium Dr. Nate Myrick, Director of Undergraduate Studies, who will announce the undergraduate candidates, followed by Dr. Rich Kozowski, Director of Graduate Studies, who will announce the graduate candidates for the presenting of the graduate hooding and artist diploma candidates. Mr. Todd Smith will hand each graduate a gift bag and a personalized card as they return to their seats. Dr. Myrick.
Thank you, Dr. Gerber. Graduates, will you please rise and assemble as you've been instructed? While they're doing so, Dr. Samowski, I do have to just call out one of the more recent memorable shenanigans that has gone on with this class. So, for those of you who are in the audience, on the outside of this recital hall, there are several reliefs carved into the side of various and sundry famous composers. Some of the class of 2026 and others took it upon themselves to, upsell the friezes for an April Fool's Day prank. Apparently, they all thought that they needed to look like me and have a mustache. And so we arrived on the morning of April 1st to all of the friezes having these very extravagant mustaches glued onto them. It was a great prank. There were others. We're not going to name those. This one was harmless. This one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our first candidate is Theodore Stake Ted Babbitt. Ted comes to us from the hometown of Collinsville, Connecticut, and he is receiving his Bachelor of Music education. Ted was profoundly active during his time here at Mercer University, including serving as a Mercer University ambassador, a Townsend School of Music ambassador, past president of CNAFME, a member of Mu Phi Epsilon fraternity, and the director of the Choristers, the choir school of Macon. And he also was a prize winner for the National Undergraduate Organ Competition in 2024. He has performed in, among others, the Mercer Singers, the Mercer Wind Ensemble, the Baroque Trio on the harpsichord. He was in Mercer University Opera Orchestra and also performed in the University Choir / Middle Georgia Choral Society. He's been the director of music and organist at All Saints Episcopal Church in Warner Robins, the assistant organist at Christ Church in Macon, and has also been a backstage worker here in Fickling. He participated in Mercer on Mission in Morocco with yours truly in 2023 and served with aplomb there. He has been part of the Berkshire Choral International Verdi Requiem in Italy in 2023, Mercer Singers Duraflame Requiem in France in 2024, Mercer Wind Ensemble UK Ireland Tour in 2025. He performed at the Eastman Summer Organ Academy in 2025. Should I keep going? All right, I'll stop there. Ted has been profoundly successful during his time here. We're incredibly proud to announce that he will be studying his Master of Music and Organ Performance at the Curtis Music Institute in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania this fall. Congratulations, Ted. Elena Lee Blankenship. Elena comes to us from Americus, Georgia, and she is receiving her Bachelor of Music with elective studies in theater, as well as a certificate in sacred music. She has performed in numerous ensembles, mini theater productions, opera productions, including, she has also been involved in the Baptist College Ministries student leadership team, led worship, planned worship. You have been a vocal coach for an choir assistant at ACE Academy for the last few years. You've served in Mercer Singers, Mercer University Opera, Mercer University Marching Band, and has also participated in the Chicago Summer Workshop in Opera, Chicago Summer Opera Workshop, is that right? And you will be participating in the Fairbanks Summer Arts Festival on a scholarship this summer in Fairbanks, Alaska. Elena will be beginning her Master's of Vocal Performance study at Georgia Southern University in Statesboro, Georgia in the fall. Congratulations, Elena. Michael Bloom. I don't actually have your middle name. Michael, what's your middle name?
Jay-Sean.
Michael Jay-Sean Bloom. Michael is also earning his Bachelor of Music education and comes to us from Warner Robins, Georgia. Michael has been an active member in Kappa Kappa Psi band fraternity. He's been on the marching band staff at Perry High School, and has also served as a high school band camp staff there at Perry. Yes? Very good. He's performed in wind ensemble, university band, marching band, pep band, brass quintet, and tuba euphonium quartet. His future plans are to be employed at the job he currently has, which as the assistant band director of Peach County High School in Fort Valley, Georgia. Congratulations, Michael. Michaela Collins. Michaela's hometown, thank you, please. Michaela's hometown is in Stockbridge, Georgia, and she is earning her Bachelor of Arts in Music with a vocal concentration and a minor in chemistry. Yes?
Yes.
Good, can make sure I got that right. I'm her advisor. That was kind of a joke, sorry. During her time here, Michaela has been involved in the Health Occupation Students of America. She's been part of the Mercer Pre-Med organization, the African Student Association, the Organization of Black Students, Caribas A, Agape, the student ministry, National Council of Negro Women, and the National Society of Black Women in Medicine, in addition to the Mercer Red Cross and the American Chemical Society. She has performed in the Mercer Singers and the Mercer University Opera, and is going to be pursuing the biology and pre-medical track post-baccalaureate at Clayton State University in Morrow, Georgia in the fall. Congratulations, Michaela. Savannah Legg. Savannah comes to us from Richmond Hill, Georgia, and is also receiving her Bachelor of Music Education. She has been involved in Mu Phi Epsilon, the professional music fraternity organization here, Phi Eta Sigma, the Honor Society, Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, CNAFME, which is the College National Association for Music Educators, the Townsend School of Music Ambassadors Program, the TRIO program, Mercer Singers France in 2024, and Mercer Singers Carnegie Hall. Her primary ensembles have been, unsurprisingly, Mercer Singers, along with Mercer University Opera. She has been a part of the Mercerian Experience team in the Office of Admissions and part of the Bear Force Employees program here at the University Center. She is going to be taking a position as an elementary music educator at St. Joseph Catholic School here in Macon, Georgia. Congratulations, Savannah. Kaylee Alexandra Martinez from Douglas, Georgia, who is receiving her Bachelor of Music Education. Kaylee has also been very involved here in the School of Music. She has served as a Townsend ambassador. She has served as a Mercer University ambassador, a Mu Phi Epsilon fraternity as the treasurer, and CNAFME as a former past vice president. She has performed in the Wind Ensemble, the Mercer Singers, Mercer University Opera, Ars Ventorum, Woodwind Quintet, the Baroque Trio, and the Marching Band. She has also been a staff singer at Highland Hills Baptist Church. During her summer extracurriculars, she's performed at the Harrower Summer Opera. She has been in the Mercer Singers Tour of France, the Wind Ensemble Tour of Ireland and the UK. She performed at the Cleveland Orchestra as a solo voice, or is going to perform, in this June in the Cleveland Orchestra as a solo voice. And she was a top 15 semifinalist at the National Association of Teachers of Singing competition. She will be pursuing her Master of Music and Vocal Performance at the University of Kentucky in Lexington, Kentucky in the fall, where she will be the Graduate Assistant of Opera at the theater company at the University of Kentucky. Congratulations, Kate. Joyce Justine McCarty. Joyce comes to us from Boston, Massachusetts, and she will be receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Music with a vocal concentration. Joyce has been involved in the Traffic Jam program. She was Miss Boston Juneteenth in 2023 and 2024. She won the Edwards Scholarship Fund. She performed in the Dancing with Bears and won first place. She has been a Bear Day presenter in 25 and 26. Bear Day is the student research colloquium that Mercer holds on campus at the end of the spring semester. She has presented at Gapherd in 2025 and was a presenter at the Rotary in 2026. She is also a Vineville United Methodist Scholar. She performed in the Mercer Singers, the Women's Chamber Choir, the University Choir, the Mercer University Opera, as well as the Marching Band. She has been a student office worker here in the School of Music since 2024, and she will be pursuing careers in graduate school, right? You're doing Bachelor of Music? No, you're finishing your MBA here. No. Well, oh, sorry, the last time I talked about many monies we don't. Okay, so Choice is going to be seeking further direction and also sources of funding, should you have some, please. Congratulations, Choice. What I should have said was Choice was accepted into the Mercer MBA, Masters of Business Administration program here. Lucas Meinberg. Lucas comes to us from Sewanee, Georgia, and he will be receiving his Bachelor of Music Performance. He has been involved in the marching band, and he was a vice president of Mu Phi in the Delta Tau chapter. He's been in the Honors Performance Series Wind Ensemble and the CBDNA Intercollegiate Band on the piccolo. He performed in the Mercer Wind Ensemble, the Mercer University Flute Choir, the Baroque Trio, the Wind Quintet, and the Macon Mercer Symphony Orchestra. He was employed at Starbucks at the Hotel at Avalon in Alpharetta, Georgia from 2021 to the present. He has been participating in several summer workshops and programs, including the Interlochen Center for the Arts in 2022, the Class International Music Festival in 2023, the National Flute Association Collegiate Flute Choir, and the ARIA International Summer Academy in 2024. Lucas will be pursuing his Master of Music in Flute Performance at Boston Conservatory in Boston, Massachusetts in the fall. Congratulations, Lucas. Kaya Sheely. Kaya comes to us from Greenville, Alabama. He is graduating with his bachelor's in business management with a second major in music. He has been a member of the Student Government Association, the SGA here at Mercer, as well as Wesley Campus Ministries. He has performed in the Wind Ensemble, the Jazz Combo, the Pep Band, the Brass Quintet, and the Jazz Combo. He has actually served in the admissions department on the Mercer Experience team since his second year here, and has also been a lifeguard for the intramural leagues since his sophomore year. He participated in the Mercer on Mission Morocco program in 2024. Well done, Kaya. And he is currently employed as a production intern at Capricorn Studios in Macon. Congratulations, Kaya. Anna Stein. Anna Stein has been a member of, Anna, I did not get your form. I'll take responsibility for that. Can you tell me where your hometown is so I can announce that? Alexandria, Virginia. Anna is graduating with her Bachelor's of Music and Elective Studies in an outside field with a concentration in business and a second major in Spanish and a minor in economics. She has performed in the Mercer University Symphony Orchestra and in chamber ensembles and many other places that I just cannot remember off the top of my head, but she's done an excellent job on the viola. She will be pursuing her Master of Music in Viola Performance at Peabody Institute in the fall. Congratulations, Anna. Anna Elizabeth Verisco. Anna Elizabeth comes to us from Little Rock, Arkansas, and she is graduating with her Bachelor of Music in Organ Performance. Anne has been involved in the Catholic Campus Ministry. She has been the choir cantor at St. Joseph's Catholic Church. She has been the youth group small group leader at St. Joseph's, as well as being an active member in Mercer Singers. She has been an organist for Forsyth United Methodist Church until 2026, which is now she's graduating. She has participated in the Sacred Music Festival at Mount St. Mary's Seminary of the West in Cincinnati, Ohio. She also participated in the Mercer on Mission in Morocco trip in 2023. In the fall, or actually before then, she will be taking a position as the Director of Music at All Saints Episcopal Church in Warner Robins and is soon to be married. Congratulations, Anna. Dr. Kosowski, would you do the honors of announcing the graduate programs?
Professor Kyung Ah Yu, please come forward and stand with Dean Gerber. Layla Locke, Artist Diploma in Collaborative Piano. Layla Locke from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, pursued her solo piano performance degrees for her Bachelor of Music at the Conservatori Superior de Música del Liceu in Barcelona, Spain, and her Master of Music at the Peabody Institute of Johns Hopkins University. The Artist Diploma is her first collaborative piano degree, where she split her time between the McDuffie Center for Strings and Townsend School of Music. While at Mercer, she collaborated with many string players as well as vocalists. In the past year, she was invited to play at the Family Day and Mercer Music in Atlanta concerts. She was also the orchestral keyboard player for the Macon Mercer Symphony Orchestra. This summer, Layla will be a collaborative piano fellow at Music Academy of the West in Santa Barbara, California. In the fall, she will begin her Doctor of Music in Collaborative Piano at Indiana University, where she received a full ride scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduate faculty of the Townsend School of Music presents Miss Layla Locke, Artist Diploma in Collaborative Piano. Nicole Ying, unfortunately, could not be here, but she is also receiving the Artist Diploma in Collaborative Piano. Nicole is honored to graduate with her Artist Diploma in Collaborative Piano as the inaugural Renaissance Scholar at the McDuffie Center for Strings at Mercer University. During her time here, she also completed her Doctor of Musical Arts in Collaborative Piano with a related field in music business from the University of North Texas. Nicole is currently awaiting the results of her O1 artist visa application, a process that has been extremely lengthy, costly, and complex. And folks, it is. Please send her lots of good thoughts and prayers for its approval so she can commit to her summer staff pianist position and begin a full-time faculty appointment in the fall. She is deeply grateful for the support of her mentors, colleagues, and friends throughout this journey, and welcome all positive vibes as she looks ahead to the next chapter of her career. Dr. Nicole Ying, Artist Diploma in Collaborative Piano. Dr. Yu, if you'll come forward again. Brinson Moore, Artist Diploma in Violin Performance. Brinson Moore joined the Syracuse Orchestra as a violinist in 2026. His orchestral experience includes holding a core position in the Savannah Philharmonic under Keitaro Harada, a Mercer alum, frequently subbing with the Charleston Symphony and among other orchestras. A native of South Carolina, his early experience included performing as soloist with the Carolina Youth Symphony, the Lander University Chamber Strings, and the Presbyterian College Chamber Ensemble. His professional solo debut was a performance of Mozart's Sinfonia Concertante with the New Jersey Chamber Orchestra. While earning his artist diploma at the Robert McDuffie Center for Strings at Mercer University, he studied violin under Robert McDuffie, David Kim, and Amy Schwartz Moretti. He holds a bachelor's degree in music performance from Cairn University, where he studied under Yu-Ting Chen and Ann Koo. He married his wife, Chara, just after Christmas 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduate faculty of the Townsend School of Music presents Mr. Brinson Moore, Artist Diploma in Violin Performance. Before we get to Aaliyah, I'm going to announce the two graduates who couldn't be here. So, Mr. Jonathan Hanna received the Master of Music in Choral Conducting due to a personal matter, i.e., he's a dad as of today. He's unable to attend the ceremony, so I wanted to share that with you. They sometimes have to miss for good reasons. And then James Tyler Jackson, Master of Music in Guitar Performance, due to an illness. Mr. Jackson is unable to attend today's celebration. James Tyler Jackson from Macon, Georgia, graduates with a Master of Music in Classical Guitar Performance, where he's refined his skills and technical mastery of this instrument. During his time at Mercer, Tyler has given solo classical recitals at various local universities and performed in Mercer's Jazz Ensemble. As an active freelance musician, Tyler has also performed with various rock and blues bands throughout Middle Georgia while at Mercer, as well as doing occasional session work at Capricorn Studios. Tyler currently works as an adjunct professor at Middle Georgia State University, where he teaches applied guitar lessons and serves as the main guitarist at Northway Church. He will continue his education at the University of Georgia, where he has been accepted into the Doctor of Musical Arts program in classical guitar performance and was awarded with a research assistantship. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduate faculty of the Townsend School of Music presents Mr. James Tyler Jackson, Master of Music in Guitar Performance. Dr. Nathan Myrick, please come forward. Aaliyah Lene Jackson. Come on. Master of Music in Church Music, a native of Minneapolis, Minnesota, with over 15 years of experience in commercial music performance, production, and creative leadership, Aaliyah's work reflects commitment to excellence, innovation, and expanding her God-given gifts through music, business, and community. At Mercer University, Aaliyah distinguished herself as the sole student in the graduate church music program, completing all coursework with integrity and distinction. She maintained a 3.8 GPA and contributed to the curriculum development for the new music production degree being introduced at Townsend School of Music. She operated 4 businesses while working and attending school full-time, maintaining perfect attendance in her first 2 years, demonstrating discipline, consistency, and entrepreneurial execution. Her academic path bridges a Bachelor of Applied Science in Music Production and a Master of Music in Church Music, integrating technical expertise with spiritual depth and artistic leadership. Tomorrow, Aaliyah begins her Doctor of Strategic Leadership with a concentration in entrepreneurial leadership at Regent University, a Christian institution. This next chapter continues her mission of integrating faith, leadership, and innovation to expand God's values through music and business. Tomorrow is also her birthday, marked by the release of her single entitled Fruits. She will continue growing, what? It's a nice song, folks. All right, she will continue growing Penpoint Project Corporation, a nonprofit providing a music production and education to underserved and remote youth and adults, while leading a portfolio of ventures aimed at creating jobs, expanding opportunity, and driving long-term community impact. Ms. Jackson honors this moment with gratitude and extends Happy Mother's Day wishes to all the mothers in the audience, and with special love to her mother, Ms. T. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduate faculty of the Townsend School of Music presents Ms. Aaliyah Lene Jackson, Master of Music in Church Music.
On Friday, April the 10th, the university held a ceremony to honor those students chosen by each school or college for special recognition. The School of Music has 3 categories that it uses to honor its graduates, and so I'd like to share with you briefly those 3 categories and the honorees. The Leadership and Service in Music Award was presented to 4 students who have given outstanding service to the Townsend School of Music and who have assumed leadership roles within the school while maintaining high standards in the applied and academic study of music. The recipients of this award were Ted Babbitt, Michael Bloom, Savannah Legg, and Kaylee Martinez. The Academic and Excellence in Music Award honors graduating seniors with the highest overall GPA. And this year we had 4 students who all had a perfect 4.0 GPA over their 4 years here at Mercer. Elena Blankenship, Savannah Legg, Kaylee Martinez, and Anna Stein. We're going to clap for her in just a minute. And then the third award that we give is called the Excellence in Performance Award, and it was presented to 6 graduating seniors whose performance skills are of a superior quality, both in technique and artistry. And the recipients of this award this year were Ted Babbitt, Elena Blankenship, Michael Bloom, Kaylee Martinez, Lucas Meinberg, and Anna Stein. So would y'all stand that have won an award this year, and let's congratulate y'all. We had one student who was inducted into the Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi earlier this semester, and this is a prestigious honor and recognition, and this student is Savannah Legg, who she's making her way to to the stage. As a member, she receives a medallion that she can wear with her regalia and from here on out. And so, Savannah, we are very excited for you, and congratulations to you. And Dr. Kozlowski is going to present the award medallion for you to wear. Congratulations. A few faculty recognitions I would like to make. On Monday, April the 7th, the university held an award ceremony where it recognized an outstanding faculty member from each of the 12 schools and colleges. The Townsend School of Music students vote on a faculty member each year for their outstanding service to the school and the university. This year, our recipient was Dr. Katie Rios. Dr. Rios is completing her 13th year of teaching at Mercer University and was just named as one of this year's Women Leaders of Mercer University. When I think of Dr. Rios, I think of a kind, gentle servant who enjoys teaching and enjoys students. I believe all good teaching begins with a positive attitude, and that is exactly what Dr. Rios has. I've never seen her upset, complaining, overreacting, or angry. Her gentle, I said, I haven't seen it. I didn't say it. Her gentle spirit is calming and soothing to everyone she meets. She is an innovator in the classroom and highly productive researcher and writer. She is an instructor for us in musicology courses here in the Townsend School of Music, and she teaches both undergraduate and graduate courses every semester. She covers all the music from the beginning of time to current topics, including, I think, one of her favorite, which is hip-hop music. And I think the students like that too. So, congratulations, Dr. Rios. And each year, the university also recognizes and honors those faculty and staff who have achieved a milestone in years of service. This year we had 4 faculty members who have hit a milestone of service at the university, and I'd like to recognize them and have them stand as I call their names. For 20 years of service at Mercer, Dr. Marcus Reddick. And for 5 years of service, there's 3 who hit the 5-year mark. Dr. Kuna Yu, Dr. Nathan Gay, and Dr. Timothy McReynolds. And finally, this year we have one of our faculty members who is leaving the university to pursue a solo career after 19 and a half years of service to Mercer, Miss Amy Schwartz Moretti. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today because she's outperforming, and so she started that early. However, we do have a crystal bowl that we're going to present to her when she returns that has an inscription about her service here to the university, which has been outstanding over these years with the McDuffie Center for Strings. Our final recognition is for Dr. Ian Altman, who just recently passed away on April 26th. This was a tragic loss and has been hard for students and faculty, especially coming at the end of the semester. Dr. Altman was finishing his 52nd year of teaching at Mercer University. And so I want to share with you just a few quotes from students and faculty and friends that have been posted on social media once that announcement kind of went out. One said, "Ian was a special part of the music school and Mercer community. He cared endlessly for the students and loved music and the power of music." Another said he cared so deeply for his students and would do anything for them, and they loved him for it. Ian Altman was extremely passionate about teaching and about the success and well-being of each of his students. He had a mischievous sense of humor and many fantastic stories. Ian's knowledge of romantic piano literature was outstanding. His dedication to teaching piano skills at their highest caliber was what propelled him throughout his life. I always admired his vast knowledge of the major piano works that he held so closely to his heart. Another said, I was a student at Mercer from 1988 to 1992. For the majority of my time there, I took political science, criminology, and sociology courses. One semester, I decided to take Dr. Altman's music appreciation class and absolutely loved it. A fond memory was when he would put a recording on the turntable during the class, and the students would need to identify the composer, the title of the work, and the movement. Dr. Altman made such an impression on me that to this day, when I hear a symphony, I can almost always identify it. Another said, there are no words for the loss I feel right now. I studied piano with him from 1975 to 1979, and he taught me music history, theory, and pedagogy. My technique was awful, and my hands were way too small. But he stuck with me and pushed me, and I excelled above anything I ever imagined under his direction. I loved driving him nuts. He dedicated his encore to me at his spring concert at the end of my freshman year. And one said, one thing that stood out to me is that he always made time for his students. He pushed me farther than I thought I was capable of, encouraged me to reach higher, dig deeper, and give me my very best. Because of his guidance, I grew tremendously, not just as a pianist, but as a person. What meant even more was that his care didn't end after graduation. He continued to check in, to encourage, and to show genuine interest in my life. That kind of commitment is rare, and it speaks volume about the person he was at his core. His legacy at Mercer University will be remembered through the indelible mark he left on every student he met. As I read these words, these two words stick out to me. One is passion, and the other one is dedication. He was a man of great passion, sometimes to the point of passionately stubborn, but passionate nonetheless. And he was dedicated to his work, his field of piano pedagogy and literature, and finally dedicated to his students. We are planning a tribute concert in September for Dr. Altman by inviting his former students to come back and to perform and to speak. We had planned to present a gift, a crystal bowl, like we had for Miss Moretti, to Dr. Altman at this ceremony to celebrate his 52 years of dedicated service. However, I'm grateful that his wife, Barbara, could be here and to accept this gift, and I understand you want to say a few words. Barb, is that correct? So come on down, and I will turn it over to you, Barb.
I just wanted to say that this bowl in my thoughts will always be very full of gratitude towards Mercer, towards Dr. Gerber and the faculty and staff, and especially to the students about whom he cared so very much. Thank you.
Finally, I want to say thank you for being here today and for supporting our graduates. We are honored by your presence. We truly are. I also want to extend a special invitation for you to stay at the end of the ceremony for a short reception in the lobby and for the taking of pictures. We have a staff photographer who is fantastic, and she will be available for you to take pictures of you and your family and however you want to do, and then they will be posted on the Mercer Photo Gallery here in a week or so. I would ask that we would, when the graduates, when we leave the recessional, the faculty will go out first, followed by the graduates. And graduates, we are going to gather in front of the fishbowl to take a graduate photo of all the graduates, and then the faculty the same. We'll take a picture of all the faculty, and then it's up to you and the photographer to get your shots after that, okay? Also, if you would like to stay, we have another baccalaureate service at 5 o'clock today in Willingham Hall that you're more than welcome to be a part of. As we conclude the ceremony, it seems only fitting that as a music school we do some singing, so Dr. Roberts and Dr. McReynolds will come and lead us in singing. May the road rise to meet you. Hopefully you picked up a copy of the music for, as you picked up a program. And then following the singing, if you just remain standing for the organ recessional, and thank you so much for being here today.